Today, we're looking at common mistakes that you will make in English. And I put a nice picture in there. When we do make mistakes, we just learn from them. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to learn from our mistakes. Hello again, my name's Margaret, and welcome to my channel, Learn English with me. To go or going? Which do you use? Here's some sentences. My son suggested to go for a walk. There you go. Or is it this one? My son suggested going for a walk. Which one's right? Number one or number two? Number one is wrong. Do not use to go after the word suggested. You use the ing form. Here's the rules. After the verb suggest, we should use the base form of the verb go without the infinitive participle. 2. The correct form should be, my son suggested going for a walk, because it has to be continuous because we're going to continue doing that walk when we get there. Okay? Opened or open? Here's the sentences. The restaurant is open every day. Or the restaurant is opened every day. First one is correct. The restaurant is open every day. Opened is past tense, so we can't use every day. Here's the rules. The verb opened should be in the past participle form open to form the passive voice. Okay? So once something has happened, that's when we use ed suffix on the verb. The correct form should be the restaurant is open every day. Habitual present tense. Like very or like really? Which one would you use? Do you use like very or would you do like really? Here's the sentences. We very like ice cream. We really like ice cream. We very like or we really like? We very like, no. We need the verb first, then the adverb after it. We really like ice cream expresses our opinions. So here's the rules. It is more common in English to use the word really to emphasize how much you like something. So I know the emphasis is very, we very much like, but when we want to emphasize something, we should use the word really instead of very. We really like ice cream is the correct grammatical sentence. Okay? Next one, which or who? Sentences. The woman which works here is from France. She is. Or the woman who works here is from France. Which one do you think is the correct sentence? Which or who? Which is wrong because we're talking about a person. So the right answer is who because we're talking about the woman. Here's the rules. Who is used when referring to a person or people. On the other hand, which is used when referring to animals or things. So in this sentence, the woman who works here is from France. Who is used because we are talking about a person, the woman. Okay? Next one, quantifiers. Much, many, and a lot of. Here's our sentences. There's a few in this one. I have a few money. Or I have a lot of money. That's the first one. I have few money. It's not. I have a lot of money is correct. I have many books. I have much books. I have many books because you can count them. Much is used for uncountable. Well, let's look at these rules. We'll talk about countable and uncountable nouns when we're using quantifiers. The word few is used for countable nouns in the context of not having many of something, while much is used for uncountable nouns. Okay? So we use few when we can count something, but it's a small amount. We use much for uncountable nouns. I have a little money, or I have a few dollars. Because we can't count money, but we can count the dollars. So that's why the correct version is I have a few dollars, because we can count the dollars. I have many books, because you can count the books. Or I have a lot of books. Two sentences that are true. Quiz time. Fill in the gaps with the correct words. Does anyone know which who this book belongs to? Does anyone know which or who this book belongs to? That's number one. Number two, how much have you learned or learn in this lesson today? How much have you learned or learn in this lesson today? Number three, I don't really like rock music, but I do like or really like country. That one's a tricky one. Number four, how much or many sweets are in the jar? How much or many sweets are in the jar? Are you going to buy them? How much or many money do you have? So the last two, I've chose two gaps. The first two, I've chose one for the beginners. Pause the recording here if you want to work on those questions. I'm going to go to the answers. Let's look at them. Does anyone know who this belongs to? Because we're looking for a person that has a book and we want to know who it belongs to. Whose is this book? Number two, how much have you learned in this today? So it's at the end and you've learned throughout this lesson. So it has to be in the past tense, learned. Number three, I don't really like rock music, but I do like country. So you can use really like as a negative form as long as you have that contraction, don't or do not. Okay? Number four, how many sweets are in the jar because you can count them. Are you going to buy them? How much money do you have? Because you can't count the money. You can count dollars. If I used the word pennies or pounds or yen or dollars, then I could have how many dollars, how many yen do you have? Nice job if you got all them all right. If you didn't, you can do it. Keep trying. Learn from your mistakes, like in the beginning. Thank you for watching today. Set your target and keep trying until you reach it. Make your steps small. Make them achievable targets. Don't make your leap too big. If you want to just to learn how to correct mistakes using verbs and adjectives, that is all you need to do. Don't say, I want to learn grammar. That's too big. So set your target, keep trying until you reach it. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson today. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting vocabulary, grammar, and quizzes that I've recorded in the past. Hope to see you again soon. Bye bye for now.